Chloe Vale stands on an atmospheric film set, preparing to embody a character that will challenge her very identity. Chloe Vale sits in her chilly trailer, exhausted and frustrated, reflecting on the emotional toll her demanding role is exacting on her. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford stand near the dramatic Irish cliffs, rehearsing a crucial scene under the relentless rain, their tension palpable in the charged atmosphere. Lucas Ford leans in close to Chloe Vale, intensely exploring her character's motivations, while the atmosphere thickens with an electric tension between them. Chloe Vale stands alone on the soundstage, contemplating the profound shift in her relationship with Lucas Ford, her mind racing amidst the backdrop of soft lighting and emotional turmoil. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford engage in a deep conversation in the dim light of the trailer, the air thick with unspoken feelings as they delve into both their artistic struggles and personal vulnerabilities. Chloe Vale sits overlooking the misty Irish cliffs, contemplating the emotional conflict arising from her evolving relationship with Lucas Ford amidst the breathtaking yet haunting landscape. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford share a quiet moment on set, their eyes conveying a deep understanding as they tread the fine line between artistic collaboration and personal attraction. Chloe Vale stands before the mirror in her trailer, preparing for another emotionally charged scene, her expression a mix of confidence and uncertainty as she braces herself for the challenges ahead. Chloe Vale finds herself in a tense scene with Lucas Ford, their closeness amplifying the emotional stakes as they explore the intricate depths of their characters against the backdrop of Ireland's breathtaking landscape. Chloe Vale sits on a quiet beach, lost in thought as she grapples with her evolving feelings for Lucas Ford, the serene ocean waves mirroring her inner turmoil. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford conclude a filming session under the twilight sky, exchanging a meaningful glance that encapsulates the complexity of their evolving relationship amidst the emotional landscape of their project. Chloe Vale rehearses her lines in a dimly lit soundstage, her fierce determination capturing the essence of her character, while Lucas Ford observes, caught between professional critique and personal longing. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford lean in closely over a film monitor, deeply engaged in discussion about a pivotal scene, their proximity amplifying the unspoken emotions swirling between them. Chloe Vale sits on a backstage staircase, lost in thought about the challenges of her role and her evolving feelings for Lucas Ford, while he wanders the dim corridors, reflecting on their complicated connection. Chloe Vale stands poised in front of the camera, determination etched on her face as she prepares for an emotionally charged scene, while Lucas Ford watches intently, their unspoken bond lingering in the air. Chloe Vale stands before the ocean, lost in thought about her journey and her relationship with Lucas Ford while he watches from a distance, both feeling the profound complexities of their bond against the backdrop of a breathtaking sunset. Chloe Vale steps confidently into the soundstage, ready to face a pivotal moment in her performance while Lucas Ford meticulously adjusts the camera, the tension between them thickening with each passing second. Chloe Vale delivers her lines with fervent intensity, embodying her character's emotional struggles as the crew watches in awe, while Lucas Ford captures the moment, torn between admiration and concern. Chloe Vale stands in the dim light of the set, a blend of triumph and vulnerability on her face after a powerful scene, while Lucas Ford approaches her, pride and unexpressed emotions flickering in his gaze. Chloe Vale sits on a park bench, absorbing the vibrant life around her while reflecting on her growth during the film, as Lucas Ford walks nearby, pondering the complexities of their relationship beyond the set. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford sit at a cafe table engaged in a lively conversation about the film, the warm ambiance surrounding them, contrasting with the underlying tension of their evolving relationship. Chloe Vale strolls through the studio lot, exuding confidence and anticipation for the final scenes, while Lucas Ford watches from a distance, admiration mingled with longing in his gaze. Chloe Vale stands on set, enjoying moments of laughter and camaraderie with her castmates in preparation for the final shoot, while Lucas Ford smiles subtly at the sight, appreciating the culmination of their shared journey. Chloe Vale readies herself for her final scene, a mixture of determination and reflection on her face, while Lucas Ford watches closely, pride and anticipation evident in his gaze as he acknowledges their shared journey. Chloe Vale delivers her final lines with heartfelt passion, captivating the crew as Lucas Ford watches proudly from behind the camera, both sensing the emotional culmination of their remarkable journey together. Chloe Vale steps away from the set, relief and fulfillment washing over her while Lucas Ford approaches to congratulate her, their connection reflecting the depth of their shared experience. Chloe Vale stands outside the studio lot, contemplating the sunset and her transformative journey, while Lucas Ford joins her, both sharing a quiet moment of reflection that deepens their connection. Chloe Vale and Lucas Ford walk side by side along the studio lot, deeply engaged in conversation about their futures, their connection evolving into something more profound and personal. Chloe Vale stands proudly in front of a film festival poster for their movie, while Lucas Ford joins her, their shared excitement and smiles reflecting the culmination of their journey together. The one in command, the one who could not show weakness. I, in turn, disarmed by his vulnerability, found myself confessing my own deep-seated fears. The terror of failure, of being exposed as a fraud who had simply been lucky, of the dizzying, hollow emptiness that sometimes followed a truly good performance, as if I had given away a piece of myself I could never get back. We started taking long, aimless walks together after wrap, deliberately losing ourselves in the ethereal, ghostly mists that rolled in relentlessly from the Atlantic. That shared solitude, away from the prying, speculative eyes of the crew, became our clandestine fortress, a world of our own creation. Every rehearsed touch during blocking, every lingering glance across the set that lasted a heartbeat too long, became charged with a subtext and a meaning that had absolutely nothing to do with William Shakespeare or the script we were filming. We knew it was madness. We recited the reasons to ourselves like a grim mantra. He was a married man, a public figure with a reputation and a life built over a decade. I was risking my burgeoning career, my hard-won self-respect, and my very peace of mind. But the pull between us was a riptide, a force of nature stronger than reason, more compelling than fear, deeper than any professional. Our first real acknowledged kiss, the one that crossed the line from unspoken tension to conscious betrayal, happened in a derelict stone cottage on the edge of a dark pine forest, hidden from the world. The air inside was thick and cold, smelling of damp earth, decaying wood, and old secrets. We spoke in hushed whispers, as if the very stones had ears, as if the swirling fog outside the broken window could somehow bear witness and betray us. And the most terrifying part of it all was that beneath the crushing, suffocating layers of guilt and anxiety, I felt more vividly, painfully, and exhilaratingly alive than I ever had in my entire life. The atmosphere on set became electrically charged, a pot threatening to boil over. The other actors felt it. A new unspoken tension thrummed in the air during our shared scenes. The crew members, usually a boisterous, familial bunch, began to exchange knowing, hushed whispers behind the monitors. Lucas and I were now playing the most demanding roles of our lives, a dangerous, high-wire act of feigned professionalism, while our inner worlds were a raging inferno. Every single frame we shot, every intimate love scene we filmed for the camera, was now imbued with a raw, terrifyingly authentic passion that no longer required any acting whatsoever. We were merely documenting our own ruinous desire. The peak of this unbearable, exquisite tension arrived when Ava made a surprise, unannounced visit to the set. She was kindness personified, smiling at me with a genuine, unforced warmth, asking thoughtful questions about my experience on the film, praising my dailies with an intelligence that stung far more than any jealousy could have. I was forced to look into her sincere, clever eyes and make polite conversation, all while feeling a guilt so profound, so corrosive, that it was physically nauseating. One evening, the three of us were forced by circumstance to have dinner together in a quiet, low-ceilinged local pub. I sat there, a ghost at their feast, a spectator to my own moral crime, silently watching him talk with her, laugh with her, effortlessly play the part of the devoted, attentive husband. And in that agonizing moment, a devastating, crystalline clarity washed over me. I didn't want to be his secret. I didn't want this all-consuming love, however tumultuous and ethically damned, to live forever in the shadows, to become nothing more than a ghost story whispered on the wind, a piece of tragic set lore. On the final day of shooting, after the wrap party had ended and Ava had flown back to Los Angeles, Lucas and I found ourselves drawn back one last time, standing together at the very edge of those majestic, terrifying cliffs. The film was in the can, a tangible thing now separate from us. Our personal real-life storm had finally run its course. The wind, a constant companion for months, whipped my hair wildly across my face as I stared down at the clouds gathering and seething in the valley far below, a mirror of the turmoil in my heart. "What now?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper, the words instantly snatched and carried away by the relentless gale. A question for him, for me, for the universe. He was silent for a long, long time, his profile a stark, beautiful line against the turbulent, bruised sky. The weight of the entire film, the entire affair, the entire future seemed to rest on his shoulders. I don't know, Chloe, he finally said, his voice heavy with a profound fatigue that had nothing to do with the long, arduous shoot. I just, I don't know. We returned to the perpetual sunshine of Hollywood. Fogbound was released to a crescendo of critical and commercial success.